Hi, it's Marissa. I would say for the first scenario that if I was a pre-K teacher and I had two young adults that believe that why teaching their child reading is useless because they're not even speaking yet, I would definitely say that I understand their point of view and I understand their concerns, but there's actually much scientific proof that proves that if we do not have reading, that we will have speaking and comprehension issues in the future. I remember reading in one of our articles in the first beginning of our class, it said that it speaking and articulating the words and using pictures to learn how to read actually strengthens the frontal part of our brain, and without that it can't truly develop. So if we do not read as a child or like have any picture books or bedtime stories, it can cause major learning difficulties, and it actually can make education much harder for them in the future. Um, I remember also reading in the second article about balanced literacy, there is 5 components, and without the 5 components, your brain cannot fully develop fully. And not using phonics or anything like that, that would be a big issue because they don't, the brain doesn't know what it's doing, and so the child will be having speech impediments, they'll be having speaking problems, they won't be able to comprehend anything, and it would just cause a major disturbance. So I would say that I would strongly suggest that they should definitely teach them how to read. So if they want their child to succeed in speaking and comprehension skills in the future, that's what they'll have to do. And then as a parent, if I were receiving this information, I would be like, oh, this would be great for my kid. I understand what you're talking about, and I probably would change my point of view, to be honest. For the second question, when I was reflecting on what stories in my childhood that would make me believe in more than just simple entertainment and actually shape me into the person I am, would have to be Not a Hippopotamus. Apparently that was my favorite book as a child. I would be so eager to read it that my mom would say that I would even try to like skip dinner and I would just go right to bed after the book. And that book really like taught me that reading was, important, but like also it it caused like it just made me like reading, and that was just a really big thing because if you don't like reading as a child, you will tend to hate it in the future. I know from personal experience. I also remember reading like Bernstein books and Cat in the Hat books, like how far the places will go. That was one of my favorites that me and my grandma were reading, and I just remember reading them and feeling so happy and knowing that I could actually comprehend it when I couldn't usually comprehend a book because of my learning struggle. It just really made me fall in love with reading a lot more.